Hi everybody, welcome to the Gym Bodies vlogs, the do's and don'ts of competing. So you may recall that we posted a few weeks ago that we were going to be running this vlog, and this is series number one. Series number one is, why do you want to compete and what do you think you're going to get out of competing? Before I go into that, let me just very quickly introduce myself. My name is Paulette Siblis. I'm the CEO and I'm also the founder of Gym Bodies. I'm a personal trainer, I'm a 48-year-old mum, I'm a nutrition coach, I'm a stage prep coach. I come with many hats, but this show is really close to my heart right now. So I'm not going to ramble on about myself. I may do an episode on me at the very end. I may. So back to the question, why do you want to compete and what do you think you're going to get out of it? And you might think to yourself, well, that's a really stupid question. I want to compete because I want to get on stage. And the reason why I say it's an important question, and we're starting with that, is let's take social media, Instagram. You only have to scroll through your Instagram and you see pictures of beautiful, beautiful women and gorgeous guys, all looking stage condition and lean and ripped, and they just look absolutely dazzling. Sometimes I look and I think, oh my goodness. And, you know, you might think that's what I want. But it takes a long journey to get to that. And what's important when you decide to go on stage, I think, is that you're prepared for the journey, because it is a tough journey, both physically and mentally. Many of you will be watching this and you don't know me, you don't know the character of who I am. There will be some that will be watching this that will know she doesn't beat about the bush. She cuts to the chase, she breaks it down, and she will not cotton wool or wrap you up in cotton wool. And that's what I am about, that's who I am. And I think it's important that when I run my show and I'm a promoter, that I try and be as honest as I can. You know, I want you guys to come in and compete, obviously, with my federation at my show. So I think it's important that you're going to get honesty and also my experience of competing. Let me first start by saying that I loved competing. Sometimes, you know, I get that itch and I think, oh, I should go on stage again. Never say never. It's not looking like it's going to happen, but hey, who knows? But what's important is that you ask yourself, why do you want to compete? Now, I prep athletes. 99% of the athletes I prep are female. So when you say I ask my athletes, you will always probably hear me referring to her or she. So I asked one of my athletes recently why she wanted to compete. And she said she wanted to become a pro. And for those that maybe not know, that's a professional athlete. And then I said to her, okay, why do you want to become a pro and what do you think you're going to get out of it? And she didn't really know. And she said to me, gosh, I haven't really thought. I just thought, you know, you become a pro and things are going to change. And let me be really honest, and I don't want to put a dampener on anything because it happened to me. I became a pro on a Saturday evening and I was back to work on Monday. And what I'm trying to get to is you may win your pro card on a Saturday or Sunday. 99.9% of the time you're going to be back in your regular job on a Monday. So it's not suddenly going to change overnight for you. Maybe if you win Olympia over in America, that might be the exception to the rule. But for, you know, the other shows around the world, becoming a pro is not suddenly going to make a massive, massive change overnight on your life. However, and it's a really important however, it can if you utilise what you've just achieved, and that's what I did. So when I became a pro, I flew out to Canada. I told no one. I told a few people, I lie. I told a few very close people. I didn't post any of my prep on Instagram. I went, I competed, I won the Open and I won the Masters and I became a pro. And it was Pro Fitness Model. And from that, I knew my life wasn't going to change overnight, but what I did know was I was going to get some real kick-ass photos back. And when I saw my pictures and I really saw how I looked, you know, it really was worth everything. And I used those pictures, I put it on my website, I just revamped my website, you know, I pushed what I've achieved in that I could prep girls. I was prepping girls anyway. I was prep athletes way before I became a pro. I was doing more stage workshops after that, so the stage presentation workshops, and from that I was asked to be a judge and then a head judge. So just utilising winning that pro card, I didn't suddenly become a household name, but I didn't really want that. What I wanted was for it to elevate my business. And then I fast forward to 2016, when I started working with Janet Jackson. They found my website, and I say they, Janet and her people, found my website, looked at my pictures, read up on me, seen what I'd done, seen the work I'd done with the other athletes. And that's how I started working with her. And I travel all around the world with her now. So becoming a pro didn't suddenly elevate me in the bodybuilding industry, but it elevated me and my business in different ways. And I think that's an important factor for you, that you need to find what it is you want from competing and what you think you're going to get from it. Now, everybody will probably think, oh, well, that all came to you, Paulette, because you won. I actually don't think so, because I don't think Janet knows whether I came. I mean, she probably knows that I came first now, but I think at the time it was more what I'd achieved, it was more the look. And the point I'm trying to get to is, when I see athletes and they haven't placed and they're so disappointed, for me, they're absolute winners, because there are few people in the world that will ever be able to step on stage. It takes a certain character, it takes a certain mindset. So just because you didn't win, you didn't place, it doesn't mean you can't achieve other things. I'm sure most of you know who Jamie Easton is. She's bodybuilding.com's probably most famous model. Most people don't know she actually competed years ago, and I think she came 10th or 16th. Don't quote me on that, but I know she didn't win all of her shows, but look where she is. So when you go into competing, when you want to compete, yes, everybody wants to win, I get that. But don't always think that that's the only end result, because it isn't. And that's why, for me, it was important to do this as series number 1. Why do you want to compete, and what can you get from it? Because there really is so many things that you can get from it. What I would suggest that you do is maybe make a list for yourself of what you want, maybe what you think you can achieve, and then maybe ask other competitors. You can come to me, you can feel free to DM me, you can send me a message via Facebook, or you can email me, and I will happily answer all your questions. And I will be very honest, I won't wrap anything up in cotton wool. I will tell you what my experiences are. What I won't do is I won't badmouth anybody. So if you're coming to me and you're going to moan about any federation, I'm the wrong person, because you won't get anything from me on that. That's not what I'm about. But I am about being honest in what is going to come from competing. So ask yourself those 2 questions. Why do you want to compete, and what do you think you can get from it? When you come up with the answer, make sure it's your answer. Don't be swayed by anyone, because at the end of the day, if you're going to compete, it's going to be your journey and your journey alone. You're the one that's got to diet. You're the one that's got to train. You're the one that's got to step on stage. You've got to do it 100%. You're the one that's going to be showcased at the end. So make sure that whatever the answers are, they're your answers, and whatever the decision is that you make, it's 100% your decision, because it's going to be 100% your journey. All right, have a lovely day. But before I go, obviously I've rambled on for longer than 60 seconds, and I know Instagram just gives us 60 seconds, but what they do is give us IGTV, which is up there. So click on our IGTV and you'll be able to see all of this. I'm also going to post this on our YouTube channel also as well. So until the next time, have a great day, everyone, and thank you for joining me.